And here we are in our first video in our series on character development in Anime Studio. Notice that I'm starting from a blank page, and what I am about to do here is I'm going to go to the Tools window where I'll select the Add Points tool. And this is going to allow me to start adding points to create some basic rough shapes for our character design. I like to start out by adding just 3 points to work with at the start. Right? This will give me a rough shape that I can use, and then I can go ahead and massage this shape into being. So here I hit the U button. That's a keyboard shortcut that pops me into Create Shape mode. And so here I'm just going with the fill color, which I will go ahead and set to a nice fleshy tone for the face. Alright, so this shape is going to eventually become the face of our character. And here what I'm doing now is I'm going to start working with some of the points. I'm going to add some points to this shape, right? Which I do using the keyboard shortcut. So the A key on the keyboard lets you add points to your shape, and now I can hit the T key on the keyboard to go ahead and translate those points, and in this way I can sort of sculpt our character's head into shape. So here we see the beginnings of what is going to become a hairline and a beard for our Greek hero, right? So here I'm just moving points about as I try to massage this shape into a rough head. Alright, so once I'm satisfied with a basic shape, I'm going to start adding some details now. In fact, what you're going to see here is how we can overlay one object on top of another in Anime Studio. So here you see that I am in the Add Points mode again, and what I'm doing is I'm adding some lines on top of that basic head shape. And what these new lines are going to allow me to do is to create some new objects, right? Some new shape objects, right? Overlaid on top of that basic underlying head shape. Right, so here I'm going to go ahead and add an object that will eventually become the character's hair. Alright, so all I'm doing is tweaking some points here, and then I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to go into the Create Shape mode, right, by hitting the U key, and now I'm shift selecting points, right? So notice I get a new shape that's overlaid on top of the character's head. I do that by shift selecting points. Now all I'm doing is selecting a fill color. We'll give it a nice rich brown color, as any Greek hero should have, right? And we'll go ahead now and do the same for the beard. So again, I shift select points to join them to the line I've overlaid on the face, and now we can create a new shape on top of the underlying head. Once again, I'll select a fill color for that beard, right? And from this, you should get a sense of the basic shapes that are going to become the character's head and hair features.